Chosen one. You did not find this message by accident. Heaven scheduled this moment before you were born. The Spirit of God has drawn you here because the hour of divine release has come. You are standing at the threshold of a supernatural wealth transfer, a shift ordained in the courts of heaven. Every delay, every battle, every hidden season was preparation for this unveiling. As written in Deuteronomy 8:18, it is He who gives you power to get wealth. Tonight, before 11:11 p.m., that power awakens. Receive this word, Anointed One, your inheritance is being released. Chosen One. Listen closely, you did not arrive here by coincidence. Something beyond human planning brought you to this exact moment. Heaven has been aligning time, thought, and energy to position you right where you are. This isn't a random video, it's a divine message sent through a vessel to reach your spirit. There is something written about you in the heavenly records, and tonight, as the clock moves toward 11:11 p.m., that word is being activated. You may have felt it before you even pressed play, a sudden quiet in your soul, a strange pull in your chest, a whisper that told you to stop scrolling. That's not curiosity, that's confirmation. It's God calling your attention, saying, "This is the hour. Pay attention." You're not just hearing a message, you're being summoned into a supernatural transaction. The truth is, this message isn't for the curious, it's for the confirmed. It's for those who've walked through storms, lost everything but their faith, and somehow still believed that better was coming. You, Anointed One, are one of them. You have endured more than most will ever understand, spiritual warfare that tried to break you, isolation that tested your peace delays, that made you question your worth. But even in the silence, you kept moving, you kept trusting, you kept holding on, and now heaven is responding. The spiritual realm is vibrating with your name. The same hands that held you through the trial are now opening the gates of reward. God is saying, I saw it all. I counted every tear, and I recorded every act of faith. You didn't survive for nothing. You survived because your life carries weight in the unseen. You've been preserved for purpose, and that purpose is now awakening. October 6th is not an ordinary date. It is a divine timestamp, a portal in time where heaven meets earth and everything shifts for those who are aligned. You are one of them. Tonight marks the beginning of a new alignment in your life, a sacred synchronization between your obedience and God's promise. Before 11:11, something will begin to move in the spirit realm. It might not be loud, it might not even be visible yet, but it will be undeniable. Chosen. One heaven is preparing a transfer, a divine exchange between what has been delayed and what is now due. The wealth, the wisdom, the recognition, the opportunities, they were never denied to you. They were being stored, waiting for your maturity to match your mantle. God couldn't release it when you were still healing, still questioning, still shrinking. But now your spirit is ready. Your faith has weight. Your heart has been purified by fire, and now you are trustworthy with divine responsibility. This isn't just about money, it's about movement. It's about stepping into the version of yourself that was always meant to carry abundance, authority, and peace. God isn't only transferring resources, He's transferring identity. The same way He took Joseph from the prison to the palace overnight, He is now accelerating your timeline. Things that once took years will begin to move in days. What once drained you will now recognize your authority and move aside. I know what that waiting season feels like. I've been there when the doors stayed closed, when the phone didn't ring, when prayers seemed unanswered. But every no was protection, every silence was strategy, every delay was divine design. God was not ignoring you, He was refining you. Because when heaven opens a door for a chosen one, it must be big enough to carry legacy, not just blessing. Right now, heaven is finalizing details in your favor. Angels are arranging encounters. Resources are being reassigned. Hidden help is being released. And all of it is converging toward one sacred moment, the 11:11 alignment. When that time strikes tonight, heaven will take record of your spiritual position, your readiness, your surrender, your faith. It is not superstition, it is synchronization. You may not see fireworks, but you'll feel the shift, maybe in your chest, maybe in your thoughts, maybe in your dreams tonight. A wave of divine peace will wash over you, signaling that heaven has heard your yes. Because this isn't about performance, it's about posture. God isn't asking you to try harder, He's asking you to receive deeper. So prepare your heart, anointed one. Let go of fear. Release old guilt. You cannot carry yesterday's doubts into today's divine hour. You are standing at the threshold of a supernatural transfer, not just of wealth, but of identity, power, and peace. The heavens have declared that your waiting is over. Your breakthrough has been written. And before the clock strikes 11:11, you will know deep in your spirit that this message wasn't just heard, it was received. Chosen one. The hour you've been sensing, that sacred invisible shift, is no longer approaching. It's here. You can feel it in your body, in the way your spirit refuses to settle for ordinary. Heaven has been turning its gaze toward your life, and tonight the countdown reaches 0. The spiritual clock is striking alignment. The air around you carries weight because the supernatural is stirring. When God moves like this, it's never chaos, it's coordination. What looks like disruption in the natural is often divine rearrangement in disguise. Those sudden endings, the friends who grew distant, the plans that unexpectedly fell apart, they weren't sabotage, they were strategy. The pruning wasn't punishment, it was preparation. You were being refined so that when the transfer began, nothing temporary could follow you into it. Every divine elevation requires separation, and you, anointed one, have endured a season of divine distancing. It hurt, yes, it felt unfair, but the same God who allowed the shaking is now saying, enough. It's time to restore. Heaven has seen your endurance. You stayed faithful when everything inside you screamed to give up. You gave when you had nothing left to give. You prayed when your own hope felt like ashes. You didn't realize it then, but every prayer was a deposit into your future. And tonight, that investment begins to mature. This moment is more than symbolic. It's a spiritual transaction, an unlocking of what's been waiting for your obedience to meet divine timing. 11. 11 is not a superstition. It's a signal, a reminder that heaven's order is perfect, that alignment isn't random, and that the hand of God is more precise than any human plan. It's written in the very rhythm of creation, when light meets darkness, when promise meets faith, when your yes meets His timing. Chosen one, this is that moment. The gate is opening. The vibration in your spirit, that deep inner stirring, is the frequency of heaven resonating within you. You've been asking for confirmation, and this is it. What's about to unfold in your life will feel supernatural because it is. Financial doors will open without logical explanation. Favor will find you in places you never applied. Resources will flow toward you as if pulled by magnetic grace. But this isn't just about wealth, it's about witness. God is making your life a living testimony of what happens when faith outlasts delay. The enemy fought you hardest right before this moment because he sensed what was coming. He tried to exhaust your faith so you'd miss the window of activation. He sent distractions, confusion, even people to test your patience. But you didn't fall. You may have stumbled, but you didn't stop. And that single act, refusing to quit, has now qualified you for this next dimension. The attack was proof of the assignment. The pressure was prophecy in disguise. I know what it's like to be in that place of in-between where you can feel destiny tugging at you, but life hasn't caught up yet. I've been there watching the calendar, praying for signs, wondering if I'd misheard God. But then, without warning, everything shifted. Opportunities came that I didn't chase. Provision showed up I couldn't have earned. And I realized heaven doesn't rush, but it never arrives late. The same is about to happen for you. This divine transfer is not just financial, it's generational. God is rewriting stories through your obedience. The blessings about to manifest will outlive you. They will carry your name into spaces you'll never step into physically, but will impact spiritually. Your lineage, your children, your community, all will taste the fruit of your faith. The wealth is not random. It's restoration for everything the locusts tried to eat. It's compensation for the nights you cried in silence. It's divine repayment with interest. Chosen one, take this in. You're not stepping into luck. You're stepping into law. The law of divine exchange. What was stolen must now return multiplied. What was delayed must now accelerate. Heaven has decreed it. The angelic realm has already confirmed it. And all you must do is agree. That agreement doesn't come through striving. It comes through stillness, through saying, God, I receive. Before this night ends, spend a moment in silence. Breathe. Let your heart align. You don't need to make something happen, it's already happening. The current of favor is already flowing toward you. The moment you release control, the gates widen. Because faith isn't forcing, it's flowing. You are entering a dimension where miracles become movement, not occasional, but constant. So, prepare, anointed one. Heaven is marking your name tonight. The vaults of divine abundance are opening. What once felt unreachable is now accessible. And as you stand here in this holy alignment between heaven and earth, remember this: you are not waiting for the miracle, you are the miracle in motion. The heavens have declared your release. The transfer has begun, and before 11:11 strikes, you will know that everything you lost was only clearing space for what's about to arrive. Chosen one. You are standing in a moment that was written before time began. Heaven has been orchestrating this alignment in silence, not because you were forgotten, but because the promise had to mature before it could manifest. The air around you carries a strange stillness, doesn't it? That's not emptiness, that's divine tension, the kind that comes when heaven is about to speak. You may not see anything happening yet, but your spirit knows. It's that pulse of awareness deep in your chest, that holy stirring that tells you something unseen has begun to move. That is not anxiety that's awakening. God is activating a new timeline in your life. What was delayed is now being delivered, and what was denied is now being redefined. I know it's been hard to believe after so many closed doors. I know what it's like to wonder if the promise was just a dream, if the waiting was for nothing. But chosen one, it wasn't for nothing. You've been walking through divine setup disguised as disappointment. Heaven never wastes pain. Every tear, every betrayal, every lonely season, they were tools in God's hands. He was refining you quietly, removing every weakness that couldn't survive your next level. And now the refining has become revealing. The pressure is lifting because purpose is arriving. October 6th is not just a date, it's a decree. Heaven has chosen this window to accelerate what's been pending in your life. Financial doors, divine relationships, hidden opportunities they've been circling, waiting for the exact moment when your spirit would be strong enough to carry them. That moment is now. Anointed One, hear this clearly. 1111 is not a superstition. It's a signal, a divine code that marks spiritual synchronization, the point where heaven's plans align with your obedience. When that hour comes, heaven doesn't just watch, it records. It measures where your faith stands, where your heart is surrendered, and where your trust has matured. It's not about perfection, it's about positioning. You are ready now because you no longer chase what God has already promised. You've learned to rest in His rhythm. You've stopped begging for signs and started believing in timing. That's what maturity looks like in the Spirit, the ability to wait without wavering. And that's why this message found you. Heaven knows you're finally ready to receive without resistance. The next move of God in your life will be swift, sudden, and supernatural. It will look impossible to others, but to you, it will feel like recognition. You'll say, "This is what I was sensing all along." You'll begin to see patterns, people calling out of nowhere, unexpected favor, peace that doesn't make sense. Don't dismiss it as coincidence. Those are confirmations. Heaven always whispers before it manifests, or chosen one. Every divine transfer begins with awareness. God is giving you eyes to see what others overlook. You'll start to notice new opportunities where others see chaos. The same environment that once frustrated you will begin to favor you. Because when heaven shifts your position, even your surroundings start to serve your purpose. And this isn't only about financial blessing, it's about restoration of dignity, confidence, and identity. The wealth that's coming is not just in currency, but in clarity. You'll know who you are and why you had to go through what you did. The people who misunderstood you will see your purpose unfold before their eyes. The places that rejected you will call your name back in reverence. Because when God exalts someone, no human system can demote them. Don't be surprised if peace feels heavier than excitement tonight. Peace is the confirmation that the warfare is over. The shaking you felt was not destruction, it was transition. Heaven was breaking old patterns to build new structures around your destiny. You were not losing, you were being refined into someone who could carry legacy. So, chosen one, take one more deep breath and lift your head. The countdown has begun. Every sign, every number, every whisper was leading to this divine fulfillment. Heaven is not negotiating your breakthrough anymore. It's enforcing it. You are not behind schedule. You are perfectly aligned. And when 1111 strikes, don't expect noise, expect knowing. You'll feel it. A surge, a calm, a holy recognition that this is it. The promise has shifted from waiting to walking. You've stepped into divine timing and the heavens are rejoicing. The delay is over. The gate is open. The new era has begun, and you, chosen one, are walking right into it. Chosen one, there comes a moment in every destiny when heaven stops whispering and starts declaring. This is that moment for you. The same God who refined you in silence is now revealing you in glory. The same storms that once tried to drown you are now the proof that you were chosen to carry something others could not survive. Every hidden battle, every secret tear, every lonely night was building spiritual currency, and heaven is now cashing it in your favor. This is divine payback, a holy reversal. What once looked like delay was actually divine deposit. The waiting wasn't wasted, it was working. While you were asking when God, heaven was saying, when you're ready. And now, anointed one, you are ready. Ready to carry the mantle, ready to manage abundance, ready to walk with authority. You are no longer the same person who entered the wilderness. You have been transformed in the fire. You may have thought God was silent, but silence is not absence. It's strategy. He was teaching you how to move without needing applause, how to stay faithful when no one was watching, how to hear his voice in the dark when everything around you screamed confusion. That kind of strength can't be taught in comfort. It's learned through crushing, and you, chosen one, have been crushed and refined into gold. And now the gold must shine. October 6th was not randomly selected, it was written. Heaven has been counting down to this hour for you. You've stepped into a spiritual appointment where the old cycles are breaking and new systems are being written around your name. You're about to witness what happens when preparation meets divine timing. The spiritual gate that opens at 11:11 is not superstition, it's synchronization, the alignment of your life with heaven's perfect rhythm. In this alignment, everything begins to accelerate. Doors that stayed closed for years will suddenly swing open. Delays will dissolve. Opportunities will find you instead of you chasing them. Because what's happening now is not human promotion, it's divine propulsion. You're being lifted by unseen hands, advanced by invisible favor, and positioned in places your resume could never take you. You might feel a trembling in your spirit, a strange mix of peace and power that's heaven touching your timeline. You've entered the now of God, where waiting ends and walking begins. And though this may sound like a mystery, it's not meant to confuse you. It's meant to comfort you. Everything you sense, the weight, the pull, the urgency, is proof that you are in perfect spiritual alignment. Anointed One, the transfer has already begun. You may not have noticed it yet, but the shift is active. People who once drained your energy are being moved aside. Conversations that used to trigger doubt no longer have effect. Your discernment is sharper, your peace is heavier, and your focus is locked in. That's what divine positioning feels like: clarity without explanation. Don't question why things are falling away so quickly. You prayed for acceleration, and acceleration always requires release. God cannot move you forward while you're clinging to what's expired. The old contracts, emotional, spiritual, even financial, are being closed, so new ones can be written. This is not loss, it's liberation. You're not being emptied, you're being cleared for capacity. I've lived this moment before. There was a season where everything familiar crumbled, friendships faded, opportunities collapsed, and I couldn't understand why. But later I saw that God wasn't taking things from me. He was making room for what was greater. That's what He's doing for you now. You're not being reduced, you're being refined. And soon you'll see it. The people who once overlooked you will wonder how everything changed so fast. The same places that shut you out will need your presence to move forward. You won't need to announce it or prove it, the evidence will speak. The light on you will be too undeniable to ignore. This is what happens when divine timing meets divine authority. Heaven doesn't ask for permission to promote, it simply performs. So, chosen one, prepare your spirit. Tonight is not about coincidence, it's about covenant. At 11:11, heaven will confirm what your heart already knows, that this is your turning point. That the seasons of loss were never punishment, they were positioning. That the long silence was never absence, it was orchestration. And when that moment comes, don't just feel it, respond to it. Whisper your yes back to heaven. Let that yes echo through eternity, marking your agreement with what's already been written. Because this isn't the end of a waiting season, it's the beginning of a reigning one. The hour of divine unveiling has arrived, and your name, your exact name, has been spoken in the courts of heaven. The time is now, chosen one. Heaven is ready, and so are you. Chosen one, as this night deepens, so does the mystery of what heaven is unfolding around you. You may feel an unusual quietness in the air, not emptiness, but expectancy. That's because the spiritual realm is not just watching you, it's working for you. Angels are being dispatched, the path ahead is being cleared, and even if your surroundings look ordinary, the atmosphere around your name is anything but. There's a divine current moving, and it's carrying you somewhere new. You might not fully understand it yet, but you can sense it, that feeling that something is arriving, something greater than anything you've ever touched before. It's not imagination, it's inheritance. This is what it feels like when heaven begins to deliver what was delayed. For months, maybe even years, you felt like life was moving in slow motion, like the vision God gave you was stuck between promise and manifestation. You've done the work, said the prayers, sowed the seeds, yet the results never matched your faith. But tonight, anointed one, the balance is shifting. The divine scale is tipping in your favor. The heavens have declared enough waiting, and the season of fulfillment has begun. Understand this, God's timing doesn't work by earthly clocks. What feels like years of delay in the natural can be undone in a single divine moment. And October 6th has been marked as one of those moments. You've reached a spiritual checkpoint, a place where destiny pauses to update your life's software. Old patterns are being deleted, new instructions are being downloaded. And just like that, the version of you that struggled to survive is being replaced by the version destined to thrive. The transfer you've been praying for is not limited to money. It's bigger. It's multidimensional. It's a transfer of identity, of wisdom, of influence, and of authority. You are being elevated into a position where your presence will shift the atmosphere of rooms. You won't just speak, you'll shift energy. You won't just work, you'll manifest. That's what happens when a chosen one steps into divine synchronization. God is promoting you in silence. He's elevating you without announcement. What's happening now is not meant to be broadcast, it's meant to be built. Hidden seasons always come before historic ones, so don't worry if no one around you sees the change yet. They will. Soon, the proof will be undeniable. Remember how Joseph was forgotten in the prison. Even after interpreting dreams, he was hidden until Pharaoh needed what only he could offer. That's where you are now, in the final stretch before public recognition. God is not overlooking you. He's reserving you. He's protecting your oil from premature exposure because what's on you is too potent to be wasted in shallow places. And yes, the weight has been heavy. The tests have been brutal. The solitude has been suffocating at times. But even in that isolation, you were never alone. Heaven was closer than ever. God doesn't abandon his chosen. He incubates them. You've been in incubation, not isolation. You were hidden not because you were unworthy, but because your worth required time to develop its full fragrance. Now that the process is complete, the aroma of your purpose is rising. It's reaching the heavens and drawing divine attention. Your name is being mentioned in places your feet have never walked. Favor is being written into ledgers that carry eternal ink. And at 11:11 p.m., heaven will seal that decree not as a promise pending, but as a manifestation beginning. Anointed one, I know you've grown tired of almost free, almost stable, almost ready. But tonight, God erases that word from your vocabulary. This is not another almost season. This is arrival. You're stepping into the manifestation of what your soul has known was coming all along. The preparation was never wasted. Every delay was divine data gathering. Every pause was part of the plan. Now, divine acceleration is being released. You will begin to notice things moving quickly, the right conversations, the right doors, the right confirmations, but do not panic at the speed. You were built for this. The flow won't overwhelm you because the foundation is firm. You've been trained to carry this level of favor without losing your humility. Chosen one. You've reached the point of no return, not backward, but upward. From this night forward, everything changes. The same battles that used to drain you will no longer reach you. The fears that used to whisper will fall silent. Because what's been activated tonight is irreversible. This is your ascension. This is your release. And before the clock strikes 11:11, take a moment. Close your eyes. Whisper, yes. That's all heaven needs, your agreement. Because once your yes aligns with God's timing, the universe itself bends to obey. The shift has started. The angels are in motion. The new chapter has opened. Welcome to the other side of waiting, chosen one, the side called manifestation. Chosen one, as you breathe in this moment, I want you to realize you have crossed a spiritual threshold. Nothing in your life will remain the same after this divine hour. The energy that once felt heavy is now beginning to lift. The silence that once felt empty is now vibrating with instruction. You're not just stepping into a new chapter, you're stepping into a new dimension. What's happening to you right now is what Scripture calls the fullness of time. The appointed hour when everything that was forming behind the veil becomes visible. You may not hear thunder or see lightning, but the supernatural is alive around you. Heaven is not whispering anymore, it's moving. Angels are shifting the currents of opportunity, aligning divine helpers, and placing your name on the lips of those who hold your next assignment. You've spent years feeling unseen, undervalued, and misunderstood, but that season is over. This is not another cycle of struggle. It's the start of revelation. The same people who once doubted your potential will now witness your transformation. And the best part, you won't have to explain it. Favor doesn't need a defense. When God promotes you, even your silence speaks powerfully. Anointed one, hear me, the battle you just came out of was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to identify you. You were never being punished. You were being purified. You weren't being rejected. You were being refined. The pain was the process that made you strong enough to handle what's being released now. Because divine blessing without divine discipline always collapses, and God refused to let that happen to you. Every tear you shed watered the soil of your promise. Every no you faced became a seed of redirection. Every betrayal carved wisdom into your spirit. You thought you were being delayed, but heaven was just ensuring you wouldn't arrive unprepared. And now, at this very moment, you're standing on holy ground, the intersection of faith and fulfillment. God's been moving behind the curtain, rewriting your script. You've been asking him to open doors, but he's been busy building new ones. The opportunities coming your way won't resemble anything you've seen before. They won't make sense to logic because they're not coming through human systems. They're coming directly from divine order. What once required your effort will now flow through grace. Chosen. 1. There is a reason the pressure intensified before this moment. Breakthrough always carries contraction. The tension you felt lately was not resistance, it was birth. You've been birthing a new identity, a new level of influence, a new spiritual frequency. And just like a mother knows when the moment arrives, your spirit has known all along. This is the moment. This is the delivery. Don't be surprised if your dreams become vivid tonight. God speaks through visions when the soul is quiet enough to listen. Pay attention to what he shows you. You might see faces, places, or symbols that won't make sense right away, but they will be prophetic coordinates guiding your next steps. The supernatural always reveals in pieces because revelation without readiness can overwhelm. This is your time to flow with faith, not fight with fear. The transition you're experiencing will not be chaotic. It will be graceful. The same God who guided you through darkness is now guiding you into dominion. You'll begin to notice that even your body feels lighter, your thoughts clearer, your emotions calmer. That's because divine energy has replaced the residue of warfare. You are being recalibrated for peace. And as the clock moves closer to 11:11, understand this heaven doesn't measure time the way earth does. It measures obedience. The reason this message found you before that precise hour is because you were meant to hear it. You were meant to align. You were meant to receive the final activation. You've passed the test, completed the refining, and proven your readiness. Now, your life becomes the evidence of divine timing. Your words will carry more weight. Your presence will feel electric. Your very existence will begin to shift atmospheres. Because what's resting on you now is not just favor, it's authority. The kind of authority that changes rooms without noise. The kind that breaks curses without confrontation. The kind that only comes from walking through fire and surviving with faith intact. Anointed One. The countdown is almost over. You are seconds away from manifestation. Heaven is leaning in. The angels are writing. The winds are shifting. And as 11:11 approaches, your spirit will know this is it. This is the moment the invisible becomes undeniable. So lift your head, straighten your shoulders, and walk in. You are no longer the one waiting for the promise. You are the one walking in it. Chosen one, listen carefully as this hour unfolds. Heaven is not just watching your life, it's rewriting it. The story you thought was finished is being edited by the author himself. What once read like tragedy is now transforming into testimony. Every broken chapter, every silent page, every unanswered question, all of it is being woven into divine order. The Lord has been working in your blind spots. You've been praying for clarity, but heaven's priority wasn't explanation, it was elevation. Because if you saw everything ahead of time, your faith would have never grown. So instead, God allowed you to walk in uncertainty, not to confuse you, but to strengthen your sight beyond the natural. And now that unseen faith is paying off, you are entering what I call the reversal zone, a moment where God begins to flip the script in your favor. The same places that rejected you will now request you. The very people who dismissed your potential will soon be reminded why they should have believed in you. This isn't revenge, it's restoration. Heaven doesn't humiliate people, it highlights purpose. God is not trying to prove others wrong. He's proving himself faithful through you. Anointed One. The heaviness you've carried was never a punishment, it was a mantle. You weren't just being tested, you were being trained to handle territory. The responsibility attached to your name is greater than you realize. You weren't called to a normal life. You were called to shift atmospheres, to influence destinies, to be the evidence that divine power still moves through human vessels. That's why the warfare was intense. The greater the purpose, the greater the pressure. You've been wondering why people pulled away, why certain doors closed, why the familiar stopped fitting. It's because your frequency changed. Heaven raised your vibration, and everything not aligned with your destiny had to fall away. Don't grieve what God has removed. What left you was not loss, it was release. You're lighter now because only the purified version of you can walk through the gate that opens at 11:11. And yes, that number, that sacred time, is more than coincidence. It's a code of alignment, a divine checkpoint. When the clock strikes 11:11 tonight, it won't just be time passing, it will be prophecy activating. Heaven's attention will shift fully onto those who are ready. And you, chosen one, are one of them. This transfer that's being released over your life is multi-layered. It's financial, yes, but it's also emotional, relational, spiritual. God is restoring every area where you've been drained. Expect renewal in your health, creativity, and energy. Expect ideas to drop into your mind that feel too brilliant to be your own, because they're not. They're divine downloads. Expect divine partnerships. People whose presence feels like acceleration, not distraction. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. I remember a time in my own journey when everything seemed still. I couldn't see results, but I could feel movement, that invisible stirring that tells you something is about to shift. I didn't know then that God was preparing a divine surprise. Within days, doors opened that I never knocked on. What had been held up for years was released overnight. That's how heaven moves suddenly, but never randomly. Chosen one, your suddenly is next. It may not look dramatic. At first it may come through a quiet email, a passing conversation, or an unexpected opportunity, but it will carry divine fingerprints. When it happens, you won't need confirmation. Your spirit will simply whisper, "This is it." And when that moment comes, don't play small. Don't shrink back into the version of you that was built for survival. You are not the wounded version anymore. You are the crowned one. This new chapter requires courage, the kind that doesn't wait for validation to take a step. The kind that moves forward even when the crowd doesn't clap. Anointed one. God has already gone ahead of you. The path you're about to walk is lined with divine favor. The angels assigned to your journey have cleared the obstructions. The confusion that used to cloud your judgment is gone. The fear that whispered "what if" has been silenced. This is your moment to rise. As 11:11 draws near, feel the sacred pull of heaven wrapping around your heart. It's not anxiety, it's anticipation. The gate is opening, the transfer is active. The blessing that once hovered above your life is finally landing. Take a deep breath. Stand tall. You are walking into the fulfillment of prophecy. The heavens have declared your readiness, and the earth is about to respond. What's coming next will not be subtle. It will be seen, felt, and undeniable. Because after tonight, you will never again question whether you were chosen. You will know. Chosen one, as this sacred night deepens, the veil between heaven and earth grows thinner. Can you feel it? The air itself seems to hum with awareness, a stillness that feels alive. That is not coincidence, it's divine electricity. You are standing under an open heaven. The atmosphere has shifted, and your spirit knows it. You are not the same person who began this day. The weight that once rested on your chest is lifting, and the presence of God is filling the space it left behind. Heaven has been preparing this moment for you in silence. While you were questioning God, where are you? He was busy arranging divine intersections. Some of them you will encounter in the days ahead. People who carry answers you didn't even know you were seeking. Others are being moved right now behind the scenes, positioned in the exact places where your path will cross theirs. This is what divine choreography looks like, invisible precision leading to visible miracles. Anointed one, hear this truth: your season of spiritual drought has ended. The river is flowing again. The flow of inspiration, of clarity, of provision, all of it is returning in waves. You're about to experience what it means to be carried by grace. You won't have to chase blessings anymore. They will locate you. You won't need to knock on doors. They will open automatically when you arrive. This is divine ease, the reward for years of endurance. But this ease doesn't mean comfort. It means clarity. You're not being called to relax into idleness. You're being positioned for purpose. God is not rewarding you so you can rest. He's rewarding you so you can reign. You've been prepared in hiddenness, and now heaven is trusting you with visibility. The spotlight won't expose you, it will confirm you, because everything false has already been burned away. Remember the last time you thought the silence meant rejection? It wasn't rejection, it was construction. The silence was God rebuilding your internal structure, brick by brick, faith by faith. And now that foundation is unshakable. You've become a vessel that can carry not only favor, but responsibility. You're about to see that favor is not just what happens to you, it's what flows through you. You are about to become the answer to someone else's prayer. Chosen. This divine transfer is not just wealth being placed in your hands, it's wisdom being placed in your spirit. You will begin to know things without explanation. Insights will drop into your mind at divine speed, ideas for business, creative strategy, spiritual instruction. Don't dismiss these thoughts as random. Write them down. They are blueprints from heaven designed to establish your next chapter. In this next season, discernment will become your greatest currency. Not everyone who applauds your rising will be assigned to your journey. Some will come to witness, others to test, but only a few will be meant to build with you. Pray for clarity in your connections. The wrong company can drain divine momentum faster than any spiritual attack. Guard your peace like treasure, because it is. And while you prepare to receive, remember this divine wealth comes with divine order. Prosperity without purpose is pollution. That's why God waited until your heart was healed before releasing increase. You had to learn detachment to know that abundance is a tool, not a title. The kingdom needs stewards, not spenders, vessels, not hoarders. And now, anointed one, you've proven that you can be trusted with both. You've reached the moment where heaven begins to demonstrate what faith has been building all along. This is the hour where invisible promises become visible proofs. Things that once felt far away will start falling into place, as if they were always meant to be there because they were. Divine timing is never delayed, it's deliberate. The countdown to 11:11 isn't about superstition, it's about synchronization. Heaven is recording your readiness. Your faith is vibrating at a frequency that matches your prophecy. The gate is opening and the light is pouring through. You'll feel it as peace, as stillness, as confirmation that what was promised has begun. So take this moment in. Don't rush it. Breathe. The angels are watching. The heavens are rejoicing. Your life, your entire story is shifting from hidden to honored, from waiting to walking, from believing to becoming. Chosen. One. This is not just another prophetic word. This is your activation. You are crossing over from potential into manifestation. Heaven has spoken. The earth will soon echo it. You are walking into divine momentum, carried by grace, crowned with purpose, and backed by eternity. And before the clock strikes 11:11, lift your eyes one more time, because the light you've been praying for is no longer ahead of you. It's on you. Chosen one, as the clock draws near to 11:11, the final veil of delay is lifting. You may not hear a sound, but something sacred is taking place in the unseen, a divine transaction between heaven and your destiny. This is the moment the waiting turns into walking, the believing turns into becoming. The spiritual gate that was prophesied to open on this very night is swinging wide, and the light that rushes through it carries your name. You've been prepared for this all along. Every lesson, every setback, every unanswered prayer was not random. It was part of your alignment. God has been shaping your spirit for precision, training your heart to hold power without pride, wealth without waste, and influence without losing humility. And now, as divine timing reaches its fullness, you are stepping into the role that heaven wrote for you long before you were even born. Anointed one, do you feel that tingling in your spirit, that deep hum that won't quiet down? That's the sound of recognition. Heaven knows who you are. Angels are reading the records that bear your name, and every promise that has been delayed by warfare is now being reactivated. What was once pending is now processing. What was once waiting is now walking toward you. This is not imagination, this is fulfillment. You're entering a moment where spiritual power collides with physical reality. Things are about to happen so suddenly that even your enemies will have to pause and acknowledge the hand of God. They won't understand it, but they won't be able to deny it, because what's about to unfold in your life cannot be explained by luck, only by divine order. Heaven has already approved what the world has yet to announce. You've passed the unseen tests. You've walked faithfully through the silence. You didn't curse the process. You trusted it. You didn't lose your worship. You deepened it. And now God is rewarding that posture of perseverance. You are about to step into what generations before you prayed for, a legacy of favor that doesn't fade. Chosen one. This transfer isn't just for you, it's through you. You are a vessel, a bridge, a conduit of blessing. The wealth being released into your life carries assignment. The authority resting on your name carries responsibility. You've been entrusted to establish something greater than comfort, kingdom impact. What God is giving you now will bless nations, shift families, and break generational patterns. So as this divine hour arrives, don't shrink back. Don't question if you're ready. Heaven never calls the equipped, it equips the called. And you, anointed one, are being clothed in new garments, garments of power, peace, and prosperity. The robe of rejection is being replaced with the mantle of recognition. The ashes of what you lost are being exchanged for crowns of divine beauty. Remember, God never releases anything without reason. You went through fire so your heart could handle favor. You endured rejection so you could recognize authenticity. You faced warfare so you could walk in wisdom. Everything that hurt you was heaven's way of hollowing out space for something greater. And now that greater is here. As the minutes approach 11:11, pause and reflect. This is holy ground. You are not just watching time, you are witnessing eternity intersect with your story. The angels are taking record. The spiritual realm is marking your agreement. Heaven's decree is echoing over you. It is done. From this moment forward, your steps will be guided by grace. You will walk into rooms where your name has already been spoken with favor. You will receive opportunities that make no earthly sense. People will begin to see the glow around you, not physical light, but divine aura, because you've been sealed by God's presence. The world will not recognize what changed, but your spirit will. The weight that once held you down will now become the wind that carries you higher. The energy that once drained you will now flow into you as strength. The voice of doubt will no longer hold authority, because heaven itself has confirmed you. Chosen one, lift your hands right where you are. Take a breath and whisper, I receive. That's all it takes. Heaven doesn't need your perfection, just your permission. When you agree, the miracle completes its circuit. The light touches the vessel and the divine current begins to flow. And as the hands of time align with 11:11, remember this: what's shifting tonight will not fade with morning. This is permanent. This is prophetic. This is personal. You are stepping into a future that was designed for you, unshakable, unstoppable, and divinely sealed. You are not waiting for favor anymore, chosen one. You are favor, and the world is about to see it. Chosen one, as this sacred message draws to a close, take a deep breath and feel the presence that surrounds you. Heaven is not preparing to move. It already has. The transfer has begun. What was once delayed is now being delivered. You are standing in your Kairos moment, the divine intersection of purpose and promise. This is not just another night on the calendar. This is the hour that heaven marked as yours. Anointed one, walk from this moment with the assurance that you have been seen, sealed, and set apart. The same God who called you to this message is now confirming his word through the quiet shifts in your spirit. Doors will open because your frequency has changed. Peace will follow you because grace has gone before you. You are not chasing blessings anymore. Blessings are following you. As you step into the days ahead, move with gratitude. Guard your alignment. Keep your heart pure and your faith steady, for the current of favor you have entered will not cease. This is your divine flow, your heavenly inheritance manifesting in real time. If this word stirred something within you, let heaven see your agreement. Declare it in the comments below. Share this message so others may awaken to their moment. And if you haven't yet, stay connected, not by accident, but by divine appointment. You are the evidence that heaven still moves. Walk boldly, chosen one. The time is now.